I spent 4.5 weeks this summer in an Ecuadorian beach town called Playas.
Hey, rocks.
I definitely didn't expect that you could just ride ATVs down the beach whenever you felt like it, but since it's sort of a small beach town, you have a lot more freedom than you might have in other places. We were playing beach tennis almost every day outside the house, but most of the days we were playing at the beach club, which was pretty nice. We thought to put a conch shell as a shower head. That's an awesome idea. Playas has a lot of fruits and seafood that you wouldn't normally be able to get in the US for $3 a meal. We also picked up coconuts off the side of the road for $1 and some exotic fruit.
Those grow on these trees.
Found some more choclo. Some kind of like a sweet cornbread. I drove a little over an hour from Playas up to Guayaquil so that I could take a $13 bus ride up the Andes Mountains to a mountain town. And the ride up the Andes Mountains is a trip in itself, and it's kind of scary at times going through the clouds and seeing all these huge drop-offs, but eventually you get to a really cool mountain town called Cuenca. Cuenca is known for being really safe. There's 500,000 people living there, and it's actually known for having a lot of Americans who have moved there as well. I spent most of my time walking around the city where I could see the cathedrals and different things like that, but one of my favorite spots was Mirador de Cristal, where you could see the entire city of Cuenca and eat at a restaurant that was super affordable. I think coffee was like $3 and a filet mignon was $15.
Out here, enjoying this nice trail here in Cuenca, Ecuador. It's kind of like one of the nicest running trails I've seen. I'd run through some, crappy industrial sidewalks to get here, but other than that, like this is pretty nice. Not too many other people out here though, but I'm seeing a few.
Most of my meals were even more affordable, and I was able to get meals like this for $3 each in areas that weren't too touristy. I took a flight to the capital city, Quito, that's also up in the Andes Mountains, and it was incredible. I highly recommend a window seat. I got out at the airport, and it was one of the nicest airports I'd ever seen. We took a ride about 40 minutes over to the actual city since the airport's a little bit far away, but you see some really cool things on the drive there. I highly recommend taking a $10 cable car up the mountain so that you can see Quito from high up. It's really just a massive city, and it's crazy how much it's sprawling. The restaurants up there are super nice too. Our hotel in the financial district had an awesome breakfast that was included, and the hotel only cost $89 a night. You'll also find great food around the rest of Quito too if you just walk around. We took a 50-cent subway ride over to the old district of Quito. The architecture is awesome, and you see all these awesome cathedrals. We also went to this chocolate cafe that overlooked the old city, and they showed us how chocolate was actually made from the fruit down to the nibs. You can really just walk around the historic district and you'll see so much cool stuff. The cathedrals are just incredible, and really walking around anywhere is just awesome.
Can you tell me?
We went through houses that were hundreds of years old, and we got to walk around the presidential palace, which was also super cool. We drove about an hour to hour and a half outside of Quito to Cotopaxi, which is the second highest peak in Ecuador. And it's an awesome national park where you can see tons of wildlife, but we eventually drove up to this hiking spot where the parking lot was 15,000 feet.
Get up here. Up this mountain. See back down. We haven't even gone up that far. Yeah. We made it to the refugio at 3 miles to climb. This sick restaurant where everybody's hanging out. Some hot chocolate up here. Cotopaxi? Am I saying it right? Like, I would not have thought in Ecuador that would have been like wearing big jackets and things like big snow caps on. This makes me think more of like Patagonia.
One of the cool things about staying in the financial district was they had this awesome park called Parque La Carolina, where there'd probably be 200 or 300 people out running on the track every day after work. And there were also tons of people playing sports in the middle and doing all kinds of cool workouts. It was just like everybody was out there, and it was really awesome. Quito was definitely my favorite spot in Ecuador, and I'm looking to go back, and I'll for sure try to book the window seat just for the view on the way in.